Good morning. This is Carrie Davis, and I wanted to share with you for the next 15 minutes on how to create a Facebook party and how to invite to that Facebook party. I think it's really important for us to learn that, not only so that we can have Facebook parties on our own, but to launch a new distributor. This is a really perfect way to get your new distributor to duplicate. And so the first thing you're going to do, you can see that I have the Heat Team page up here. And if you go into files, right down here is the 2016 Facebook parties. And what you're going to do is download those Facebook parties. We have 4 of them right now, and you're going to put it onto your desktop. And so if I went to my desktop right now, I have them downloaded right here in a file. You can see we have 4 of them done. These are in album style. And so what we're going to do is I'll pick on Transform 30. Let's open that one up. And you can see that we have 3 banners. And if I was really to click, like say on banner 3, do you see down here in the lower left-hand corner, the graphic comes up? So you can kind of see what you're posting. And then starting right here all the way down to 17 are our graphics. And in each of the parties, there is the Facebook Parties 101, which I'm going to be going over today. And also there is a script. You're going to want to open that script up so that you'll be able to see it, the video links at the very beginning and at the back end. And then under each one of the graphics are going to be tips. And these really are little bullet points. So to kind of just jog your memory about what to say and what to think about when that graphic comes up. So you can print this out and have it available for you just to prompt you. And you've got to remember that Facebook parties are no different than having a party in your own home. If that graphic was on the screen, on your TV screen or on a PowerPoint, you're going to want to talk about it. And so this is just going to really help guide you. And so what we're going to do now is go back to our Facebook party. And when you get into your Facebook, let's just say you go to home. And then on the left-hand side, you're going to see events. You're going to click on events. And you're going to see that there are upcoming events. There's past events. And there's create. And we're going to go into create because that's going to be what we're going to want to do this morning. And so you're going to title it, and if we're going to do Transform 30, you can title it whatever you want. You can put Transform Your Health. And right here, if you want to have an audio, this is where you're going to put it. So you're going to put in call, and you put your conference line in here, and your access code. Right there. And then the location is going to be in front of your computer, or you could put, in front of your fireplace with your comfy socks, whatever you want to do for the description. And then here's where your date and time can go. So you can choose your date or time. So let's just say it's going to be for tomorrow, 11 a.m. You can change that. And then description. This is where you're going to go back to that script. And do you see the description right here? Literally, all you're going to do is copy and paste. Now, you can change this. You can add to it. You can do whatever you want to make this your own. But this gives you just kind of a jumping off point to get started. And so that is really all that there is to creating it. And then you're going to click on Create. And when you do that, it's going to come up. Now, it's really important that you add an event photo, because if not, if an event photo doesn't get put in here, your face is going to appear in that banner area, and you don't want that. So literally, you're going to go up here and you're going to upload your photo, and this is going to take you back out. And what we're going to do is just, go to the desktop, and I'm going to open this up again. Facebook parties. We're going to go to Transform 30, and I think I'm going to choose this one because I want to show you how to reposition it. This one has writing on it, and you can literally just drag your cursor up and hide that writing. So I'm going to put it up fairly high, and I'm going to save the changes. Now see how there's just a little bit of writing right there? If you need to reposition that, you can actually just move it up a tad bit more and save changes, and then it's gone. So now you have your banner in there, you have the call-in information, you have your description. So at the very end of the Facebook party, if you wanted a rebroadcast, literally you would go in here and just change. You know how rebroadcast numbers normally are just one number off? Literally just place your cursor right there, change that number, and then put a reference number at the end of your access number, and that's how you're going to have a rebroadcast. And here's another thing you can do when you edit it after the banner is up there. Let's just say you want a new distributor or you want a co-host for whatever reason. You could actually now go in here and put somebody on as a co-host. I'm going to put Patty in there and I'm going to save it. And so now it's all set up. And so what I want to do now is really talk to you about the invitation. This is really an important part of this whole process. And if you get this down, you will have great success in your Facebook party. First of all, don't invite 200 people. Invite 10 to 12 guests. And you might have to, go up to 20 to really focus on 10 or 12. But that's really all you want. You want enough that you're able to contact, because you're going to want to do what I call message call message, which is sending them a private message through Facebook. You might, and I'm going to show you how to do that with the invitation. And then you're going to call them and just say, hey, I sent you an invitation. We're having this fabulous Facebook party. I really like to have you join us. It's 30 minutes. And it's going to be on whatever date. And then right before the party, you're going to message them again or call them and confirm. But you really want to get, we have that mantra with a live event like call, sing, call. Well, this is kind of the same thing, only you're going to be message, call, message. So it's really important that you're able to do that follow-up. Now, if you've invited someone and they said they're going to join the party and they don't show up, which you're going to get an email after the party is over and everyone is off the conference line, you're going to know who was on that conference line. But let's just say they don't show up. They have some options. One is to call them up and just assume that they've been on the party and just say, hey, we had this party. What did you like best? It's kind of that Eric Worre thing. And they're going to be able to tell you like, oh, I got busy, I didn't show up. Then you can say, well, guess what? We did record it and the rebroadcast number is there and you're going to be able to go back and watch it. And so I would really encourage you to do that. What would be a good time that you'd be able to watch this where I can get back with you? So just that same kind of verbiage that you're going to use. And the other one is don't re-invite the same guests over and over and over again. You're gonna blow up on them. So if someone doesn't show up, don't invite them to another one until about 3 or 4 weeks later. Don't keep re-inviting them every single week. Now, this is a great way to launch your new distributor, and I'm going to talk to you just for a second about that. I learned this from Debbie Walton, and I think it's really important. If we can teach our new distributors to have their own Facebook parties, and this is going to be a fabulous way to do it, it's going to be so simple, so easy, then they can have the party. They can invite all of their friends and their family to the Facebook party. You're going to do it for them so they can see what you're doing. And then you're going to also share this video with them so that they learn how to create their own, and then they can be off and running doing their own Facebook parties. So really important training tool. And then what I found is that the guest turnouts typically are higher for a new distributor Facebook party. And that's really important. You don't want to be doing Facebook parties just for the sense of having a Facebook party and all you're getting is distributors on it. It's really important that we work smarter, not harder. When you're talking with guests, make sure that they're familiar with Facebook parties. Some of them don't even know how to go and accept the invitation. So when you're talking to them and you say, oh, I sent the invitation out to you, did you get it? They might come back and say, well, I didn't see it. So walk them through about accepting the invitation. Now, the other thing that I really love that I learned to do is over here on the right, you see all these people that are chatting. 15 minutes before the party, after you've launched your pictures in the album, go over here and just casually invite people, private message them. and just say, like, here's Autumn. Like, hey, Autumn, I'm going to have a Facebook party in 15 minutes. Would you like to come to it? It doesn't take very much time, and I think you'd be interested in it. And it's a lot of fun. And Autumn might attend, so you can do last-minute invitations. And then set a goal for your new distributors. Let them know that you'd like to see 3 people get on the Facebook party. I think that would be a really good goal. So anyway, so that's a little bit on inviting. And literally, all you have to do, here's all your friends. And hold on just a second. And what you want to do is just go over here and see how, here's Alita, here's Alice, here's Alex, and you literally, it'll populate on the right-hand side, and you're just going to put send invites. Okay? So that's how simple it is. And then here is the message guests. Now, when you're messaging your guests, you can go to the invited area, and literally you can put a little message here, and I would not click this. It says send as group message. Don't ever send it as a group message. Send them privately. So when you put a little generic message here, it will go to them privately unless you click that. And then when you click it, it goes out as a group message. So I would encourage you not to do that. Send them out individually. So there's a little bit on the inviting. So now that you have your Facebook party all set, ready to go, the day of the party, this is album style. This is going to be so simple. So what you're going to do is right here where it says post, your first post, you're going to go back over here, and do you see this little link? You're going to literally go here, you're going to copy it, and you're going to paste it right back over here. Now that's going to put a thumbnail of the video right there in the post. And then what you're going to do is highlight this and delete it. And then you're going to go back here, right here, and grab that little wording. So now we're saying, hey, watch this video. I can't wait. Oops, sorry. For you to join us at 7:30. Well, actually, this one's going to be at 11. So if you have that issue, you just change it, right? And then you're going to post it, and you're going to pin it. And there's a little down arrow right here, and you're going to pin it. And by pinning it means that it's going to come straight up to the top. Okay, so now we're ready to load our album. Let's say it's 10 or 15 minutes before the Facebook party. We're going to go to add photo. We're going to click on the little crosshairs right there. Looks like that. And then look, all of our graphics are there. So you're literally going to click on the first graphic because you don't want your banners, right? And here is, oops, let me go one more. Right there. So now all of them are highlighted, and you see all of them are posted there, and you're going to click open. Now they're going to open up in your Facebook party in order. It's perfect. You don't have to keep cutting and pasting or pasting and copying. It's crazy. This is going to do it all for you. So there's no reason to do that. And then you're going to post it. Takes just a second because I think there's 17 different photos in this. So it'll take just a second. And it's going to be, remember we pinned it, it's right below the video. Now we're going to pin this one so that it comes up to the top. And it says you already have a pinned post. Would you like to unpin your current post and pin this new one? You're always going to say confirm, because the new one needs to be on the top, right? So here's the beauty of this party. It's all done. Pretty much. You have one more video at the very end. But when you're getting people on the phone, on the conference line, you're going to welcome them. You're going to explain to them that they don't have to refresh anymore. And you're going to tell them to go ahead and *6 themselves so that it is muted, so there's no background noise. And then you're going to click into the first picture. Now this is the start. So if you wanted your family picture there, you're just going to replace it. That's all you're going to do. And so this is the album they're going to start off. So you're going to talk about your family, why you got started on Juice Plus, and you can see over to the right, I tell people, give us your comments or questions, and then after the party's over, we're going to go ahead and answer those. So if you had a co-host, they could be answering them as well. There's no problem with that. The album will not get out of order, so you don't have to worry about it. And then I always tell people as I'm talking with them, okay, go ahead and click to the right. And here's the little arrow. So you're going to click to the right. Now remember the bullet points, right? You've printed it out. You're just going to talk about this slide. You're going to go through just as if these people were sitting in front of you at an event. You're going to be able to talk about this slide, about dieting, over exercising, what that means, what happens when you burn fat. You're going to talk about the toxins that we're exposed to, and why your body enrobes your organs with fat to protect them. So you're going to have this whole thing that you're going to be talking about. And then when you're done, when you're coming to, you're going to say, doesn't that make sense to you? It totally made sense to me. And now I want to talk to you a little bit about how you bridge that gap. And you're going to talk about Juice Plus. So this literally is going to walk you through every single one, and you're going to have bullet points, right? Now, when it comes to especially Transform 30, if you want to have your own transformation photos here, you're just going to replace them in the document. It's real easy, just cut and paste. And you're going to replace the graphic, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So here is just some different transformations, and you can use these if you want. It's totally fine. And if you don't know my story, I can send it off to you. But that is literally what is going to happen throughout this whole Facebook party. You are literally going to just walk yourself right through it. So here's the end of the Facebook party. So at the end of the party, you're just going to thank people for coming. You're going to encourage them to go back to the person who invited them. And then you're going to tell them that you are going to post a last video. So go back into your Word doc. And you're going to actually see, let me get to the end here. It's kind of going slow. I'm not quite sure why. So when you get to the end of your Word document, there's a little video right here. And this is the what if video. And you're just literally, again, going to copy, come back over here, paste it. Paste it. And there it is. And then you're going to erase it. And you can actually say, whoops, sorry, didn't delete it. You're just going to say, thank you for joining us. There you go. And then you're going to post it. And then you're going to go ahead and pin that post, which is pretty important because that's going to put it at the top. And literally that's going to be it. You are done with your Facebook party. And so this is really an easy way where you can do it yourself, or you can train your new distributors on how to do that. And so when you're done off the phone, you're going to be sent an email. It's going to show you who was on it, and it's going to have a reference number. And again, all you have to do, because we do not have to reorder these slides, is change it to the rebroadcast number up here. Now, one of the things that we didn't talk about, we talked about it after the recording yesterday, but I want to show you this. If you wanted to do, let's say, Transform 30 3 times during the month, just copy the event. And then you can change, everything is set. Let's just say we're going to change it to this one to the 28th. We're going to create it. Now what's going to happen is everything is going to be the same, except for the event photo is not going to come over. In fact, if you do not want to invite the same people, go in here because it's going to copy the same people. Now you can start deleting them and invite new people. So that's all you're going to do. Okay. And then go ahead and add an event photo, and you have copied this event now to go for another day. It is the easiest thing in the world.